Organisers of an alt-right speaker rally are trying to find an Auckland venue that will host them after they were granted visas today. Southern and Stefan Molyneux were previously banned from Auckland Council's Bruce Mason Centre. That's a theatre on the North Shore, but not everyone thinks they should be prevented from speaking in New Zealand, full stop. Matthew Tunison reports.
Southern turned up to an event for survivors of sexual assault carrying a sign that said there is no rape culture in the West, and wrote a book called Barbarians: How Baby Boomers, Immigrants and Islam Screwed My Generation. Her speaking partner, Stefan Molyneux, subscribes to a conspiracy theory about a white genocide and has claimed that violence is caused by how women treat children. It's views like this which prompted Auckland Council to ban them from speaking at one of its venues. But Immigration Minister Ian Leese-Galloway says they're still entitled to work here.
The grounds on which someone can be excluded from New Zealand involve things like being involved in a terrorist organisation, being convicted of a crime, or clearly have been involved in inciting violence. None of those applied to these two people. So Immigration New Zealand looked at that very thoroughly, took their time to make the right decision, but I think it was a reasonably clear-cut decision.
Event promoter David Pello says he's trying to find a venue for the two speakers, but it's difficult.
It's proving quite a challenge to book a large, suitable venue close to the date intended when the original venue breaks its contract.
A group of prominent New Zealanders, including former National Party leader Don Brash, formed the Free Speech Coalition after the council issued its ban. The group yesterday filed papers in the High Court to try and get the ban overturned, and member Stephen Franks welcomed the latest decision to grant visas.
The Minister said it exactly right, that you can not like something, but you still defend their right to come and say it. And I think he referred properly to the law and the criteria of the law, and it's a good illustration of how the rule of law works.
The two Canadians are known for their Islamophobic views, and the Federation of Islamic Associations of New Zealand President Hazem Arafi reiterated his anger after the visa announcement.
Totally insulted, totally gutted. You know, it's like this type of speech makes all Muslims of the world very, very angry. There's a lot of tension within communities. They are profiling against Muslims, and that is not conducive to the public good.
On the streets of Auckland, people were divided over the importance of free speech versus the dangers of hate speech.
By shutting down freedom of thought and speech is taking us backwards. Like, we don't all have to think and feel the same about everything. And if they have something that's provocative, let them talk.
I disagree. Yes, I love the idea of freedom of speech, of course, but not hate speech.
I kind of think if speech is hurting large groups of people, it shouldn't be allowed to be in the country. If it's hurting and scaring people, it is hate speech.
If it's polite and if it's not hurting any other people, then they should be allowed to say what they want to say, but not hate speech, definitely not.
The two provocateurs are currently in Australia, a trip that has not been without controversy. Miss Southern, who arrived at an event wearing a t-shirt that read "It's okay to be white," was billed $74,000 by Victoria Police for the extra officers that had to be deployed to protect her. Organisers of the New Zealand leg of the tour hope to bring the speakers across the Tasman around August the 3rd. For Checkpoint, Matthew Tunison.